SummerSlam 2022 just went off the air. Wow, this was a great show, man. Like, honestly, this being the first post Vince McMahon pay per view following his exit, man, what a show this was, bro. Like, honestly, I think this was the best. Probably some may say this was the best WWE show of the year so far. I don't know how Clash of the Castle is gonna look. I don't know how the rest of the pay per view is gonna look. But man, after tonight, wow, man, like I'm just wow. You know what I mean? Anyways, man, let's get into it, man. So the first match on right away, we had Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. Not as good as their match at WrestleMania, I thought, but it was pretty solid to say the least. It really got good towards the end, though, in my opinion. Bianca Belair wins, and what I really loved at the end is we saw, Becky extended her hand, and unlike last year at SummerSlam where she used that to beat Bianca in 26 seconds, this time around she actually shakes her hand this time, and yeah, just a great subtle storytelling there. But as you can see in the picture here, we saw the return of Bayley, and not just Bayley, ladies and gents, man. Bayley got some backup. She brought Io Shirai with her, and well, I think she goes by Io Sky now, I think, and Dakota Kai. Obviously, they've been back, man. Dakota Kai left WWE. Io Shirai, well, she was pretty much coming back anyways, even though it was rumored that she was out the door. But I thought this was pretty cool, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing this little stable here with Bayley. Um, should be some good stuff, man. And of course, as we saw, they were getting in the ring with Bianca and Becky, and I'm really curious to see where they go from here, man. Like, it's cool to see Bayley back, man. Obviously, Bayley's been out with the injury, so it's good to see her back. All right, so as we move on, we got Logan Paul versus The Miz. Logan Paul, not a big fan of the dude, but I will say he impressed me tonight. Not only did Logan Paul show that, I mean, he's athletic as hell for crying out loud, but I mean, Jesus Christ, man, he showed that he could go, and he really brought it to the Miz. You know what I mean? Like, he really brought it to the Miz. Ciampa, I ain't gonna lie, Ciampa looked funny to me out there. Like, just him being out there, his presence out there. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It freaking had me low key kind of funny. But as we saw, Ciampa got ejected. He said he wasn't leaving. Freaking AJ Styles came out, so it looks like we're getting an AJ Styles and Ciampa feud, which I got no problem with whatsoever. But yeah, this was pretty solid. Logan Paul beats The Miz. I'm wondering what they're gonna go from here now. Bobby Lashley and versus Theory for the United States Championship. I know a lot of people may look at this match and be like, "Oh, well, this match wasn't really nothing." To me, I thought it was good. Let's be real. This was a very predictable match. Like, everybody knew Bobby Lashley was gonna win, so like, it made sense for him to just beat Theory the way he did, short, sweet, to the point. Bobby Lashley retains his United States title, which in my opinion, oh, let me move on. There we go. As you can see there, so, excuse me, it was the right call. Definitely the right call. So next, we had the Mysterios defeating the Judgment Day in this no DQ. Honestly, from a match standpoint, I thought this tag team match play was kind of meh. You know, Honestly, the only reason why they even did this whole no DQ in the first place was strictly due to the fact so they can have, as you can see in this picture here, Edge coming back. But like, from a match standpoint, it wasn't really all that. It was just meh. And it wasn't nothing DQ really happening. It was just your normal standard tag team match. But Edge does come back. Like I said before, I really do think that we might see Edge and Finn Balor at Clash of the Castle, which I wouldn't be too shocked to see that. But it's good to see Edge back. Really cool entrance that he made. Next, we had Pat McAfee defeating Corbin. This wasn't a bad match, but it wasn't like match of the night. To me, this match was solid at best. Kudos to Pat McAfee, man. There was a little times where he was kind of slipping up a little bit, like when he was trying to go that swanton on the outside. He almost lost his balance there, but he kept it. Pat McAfee, of course, being the champ he is. Michael Cole, man, you could just tell how good he looks now. Like, Michael Cole, the energy of Michael Cole, you can feel it tonight, and we'll get more of that into the main event. But like, freaking Corey Graves, and I saw a little bit of this too, man. Who knows? We might see Pat McAfee versus Corey Graves next. Corey Graves is medically cleared to compete, so we might see that down the line. But tonight, Pat McAfee, Corbin, solid stuff. The what was up with that Joker near ringside? Well, near the crowd, man. Like he was there when Corbin made his entrance. I don't know. All right, Usos and the Street Profits. This is pretty solid. Wasn't as good as their Money in the Bank match, though. Jeff Jarrett, I must say, he did a really good job as serving as a special guest. You could tell he was really taking that role very seriously. But the Usos do get the win here, which I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, what really, like, because I told y'all in the predictions, like, my heart was going with the Street Profits, but the Usos retain the title. I'm seeing a lot of people online saying that this will probably be the start of the split between Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. As far as I feel about that, we will see. But the Usos, they the ones, so they retain their titles. A solid tag team match, though, to say the least. So before I get into Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey, not Corbin, but Rollins, Riddle comes out. Now, Riddle's supposed to be injured, so he shouldn't even be on this show at all. He calls out Rollins. Rollins comes out. Rollins runs to the ring. Rollins curb stomps this man. And just, I don't know. It was just, like, it was a cool, but at the same time, it was kind of pointless because, like, first off, Riddle, you shouldn't even be on the show. So, like, I guess they were just trying to do that so they can get Rollins on the show. But it was a cool interaction, though, nonetheless. But Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey, man, this matchup was not all that. It really wasn't. And the ending, though, as you can see here, was crazy because Ronda has Liv. Liv taps out, but as Liv is tapping out, the ref counted 3. So I guess Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey watched SummerSlam 2015, Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, and decided we're going to go that route as the finish. But Ronda Rousey turns heel. And I don't get it. I don't get it because Ronda should have been a heel since she came back. Like, thank God she's a heel now. If she is a heel, like, I don't know how she can't be a heel after this. So, yeah, man. Ronda Rousey win. I mean, Liv Morgan. Well, technically Ronda wins, but Liv does retain her title. So I know all the you Liv fans can sleep at night knowing that your sweetheart won, but Ronda turns heel, which was awesome. Oh my God, ladies and gents. This, honestly, what a perfect ending to what was it. This is the last time. I do think this is the last time. I don't think they're going to fight ever again. I really do think this is the last time because, bro, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, last man standing match. This was the best match that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar has ever had. This tops their WrestleMania bout. This tops their WrestleMania 31 bout. This tops their Crown Jewel bout. This was awesome. The storytelling, the match. I mean, look what you have here. Brock using the tractor to freaking uplift the ring. I mean, we never saw that. Paul Heyman getting F5 through the table. Usos getting suplexed. Theory coming out there, and Roman just killing Brock Lesnar. This dude stacked Brock Lesnar, and just, oh my God, man, this match was crazy. And what did I say in the predictions? This Roman was walking out, and he did, and this is truly the last time. Theory, well, not Theory, but Brock. This was awesome. This was awesome. Man, this was really great, man. Like, great stuff, great main event. But overall, if you want my honest opinion on SummerSlam tonight, this wasn't a bad show. This was a really good show. So far, this is probably my favorite show of the year so far for WWE. We will see what actually, not thinking about it, let me rephrase that. WrestleMania is still number 1. This is number 2. WrestleMania is still number 1 for me. But we will see what the rest of the shows look like for the rest of the year. And I guess you could say now that we got all this Vince stuff out the way, I guess now Triple H can really get his hands dirty and really tip his toe in the water now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. This has been the Kid DC Wrestling. And so, yeah. And by the way, we will be doing a Ric Flair final match review tomorrow.